Welcome back and thank you for staying with us. Now, for more on insecurity in the north central parts of the country, I'm joined by Christian Association of Nigeria, that's CAN Chairman, Northern Region, Reverend Joseph John Hayab. And we have actually been unable to reconnect with Dr. Diyeli Aigbe, but we'll try even as the interview goes on. Thank you so much for joining us, Reverend Hayab.
Thank you for having me, and good evening to all Nigerians.
Good evening. Now, Dr. Hayab, what would be your Easter message to begin with to the families of, the victims of the recent clashes in the North Central, that's in Plateau State and also in Benue State?
What else will you say to someone who is in pain? What else will you say for someone who is mourning? What else will you say for someone who is grieving? One thing is sure, that God is a God of comfort, and he will comfort them. Words of men may not be enough, but I'm assured that God will surely comfort them. The killings in the Plateau, the killings in Benue, another part of Nigeria or not Nigeria, is actually unfortunate, is painful, condemnable, but I think it is not just to be condemning it. We need to go beyond condemnation and act accordingly. Unfortunately for us, this Christmas or this Easter have come up with this pain.
Hello, Dr. Hayab, Reverend Hayab.
This is the kind of people, this is the pain fine. Best you can to ask God.
All right, let's see if we can get Dr. Diyeli, that's Dr. Aigbe. Dr. Aigbe, can you hear me?
Okay, clearly.
All right, thank you so much for joining us. Thank you very much for joining us. Thank you for the compliment as well. So, on a more serious note, in your opinion, what do you think are the major causes of insecurity in the north central states, these north central states?
This is sending the wrong signal to Nigeria, to the outside world, that Nigeria is turning towards a failed state. And it has been, Bokkos one started, just 2 weeks ago, and this one has started, happened again. So maybe with a week's time again, another one will happen again. So the government should to know this and to put it to, we recommend about, that's the issue of state policing. Talk about state policing, where I just watched the insight of the governor assuring them, calling them of God, that God will help them. The governor does look helpless now. He cannot do anything about it because he doesn't have the power, the military apparatus or an institution. So I will make a recommendation to the governor to use this government is reluctant to make an intervention, that he should look in it for like use private military because it seems it's organized, it's a systematic system just to inflict pains on the people of Plateau State and North Central. Or invariably, the North Central government should come together. Just like what happened in the Southwest. The formation of Amotekun was very. You see how all the state governments in the South came together and forming that synergy. Part of the affiliation is to come to form Amotekun, and can see they really come in northwest, the southwest rather. So the North Central government should come together for synergy and form a security. Don't have to wait for the federal government. We're doing democracy. We are practicing democracy. So I think
All right, we seem to be having serious network issues. Let's see if we can get back to Reverend Hayab. Reverend Hayab, can you hear me now? Reverend Hayab?
Okay. Yeah, I can hear you now. Can you go ahead with your question?
Yes, sorry we lost you for a bit there. Now, you've spoken extensively on this, of insecurity, especially in northern states. And speaking of farmland tussle, between farmers and herders, it remains a major source of concern, leading to communal clashes. But some have also argued that the attacks are particularly targeted to Christian communities. How true is this?
Well, let me begin by actually letting Nigerians know that I do not share the sentiment of farmers herders. I grew up in the north. I know there used to be little differences and clashes between farmers and herders. But those herders do not have guns. Those herders do not come back to the community to kill people when they are in their sleep. Those herders do not go after children and women. Those herders do not go after religious places and set them ablaze. What we have now is complete deviation from what we are still calling farmers herders. And I want to say the reason why we are still having these issues is because we're not calling the sickness with its right name. And that's why the medication is not the right medication. Criminals element hiding under some religious identity. Criminals element hiding under some regional identity. Criminals element hiding under some kind of identity are tormenting citizens. And government that's supposed to go after them is using the term farmers herders. I beg to disagree. These people are criminals. These people are enemies of the country. These people are causing citizens pain. You see, sometimes when we give a blanket statement about religion, the truth about it is that these people, yes,